The Chad. Everyone knows him, many fear him, though he just wants to play. The Chad, the most feared person you can meet in Rust. If your paths cross, he will succeed and you will lose. But they have one weakness. When the night will fall, the Chad will slumber, and his base will lay naked to your feet. You just have to reach to take all his loot, for he doesn't protect it good. But those times are now gone, for the Chad has a new home. And with that, hello everyone to a new YouTube video by me, Daft of Building. I wanted to make a base for the type of player commonly known as the Chad. Someone who's extremely good at PvP, but usually doesn't farm a lot, so can't afford to build big expensive bases. For those kind of people, I wanted to make a base that still allows them to store all their guns for PvP with a good shooting floor, and that doesn't attract a lot of players due to it being too intimidating. Now let's get into building the base. We will begin with the normal starter used in my unlootable TC room design, to which I will link right now in the top right corner if you don't know how to build it. After having built this, we can expand into adding an entrance for protection against early game door camping. In this window you can add everything. If you already have reinforced glass window, it would be preferred. Now we will add our chute. Due to garage door being a locked blueprint, you probably won't have it at this stage of the wipe, so we will use a furnace placed in the corner as a jump up instead. We will be covering in the jump up like this. Don't forget to already place the half height floor for later. Covering in our second floor with windows gives us a temporary shooting floor for the starter design, which can be used as a goal for wipe day. Here you can see the complete starter design and how much it will cost to build. Here you have space for early game items like a tier 1, which will allow you to craft items which we will need for building. By now we are still very vulnerable to door camping, so we will add in our entrance. I like to add windows here to have more vision all around the area, but if you don't like people being able to see inside of your base, walls would work just fine. I will be using a ladder hatch here, but if you don't have one yet, use a wooden floor instead, which you can later hatch it out once you have one. Once you have enough to craft a tier 2, we can expand. For that, destroy the tier 1 and place the tier 2 here next to the entrance with a small box underneath. Now that our entrance is in place and we completed our second floor, we need to add honeycomb to match the protection it gives to not have that as a weakness. On top of that, once you have 2 lockers, we will build our usable honeycomb. You don't need to fill in the honeycomb as I showed here, it was just an example and can be done any way you want. By now you should already have garage doors, so I will be switching out every double for a garage door. The ones covering in the square and the chute to our core are the most important. You'll have to go to the outside to add a half height floor due to the socket inside being occupied. Once you have farmed up enough high quality metal and gears, you can start completing the TC room. Do this whenever you have the resources. Even if you don't have armored door yet, that is no problem, because it can be replaced afterwards. Now we will be adding in our next core loot room, for which we have left out a wall in the entrance to be able to place all the boxes. This can be a bit tricky, so while building, check if the walls will be able to be placed. We will also be adding our small dropbox room. Here you can either add extra small boxes or shotgun traps to defend against door campers. The tier 3 will be added in front of the right locker. To be able to access that one, you will have to rotate the workbench. Underneath the tier 3, we will add 2 small boxes for extra storage. A salvaged shelf fits right here, on which we can place 2 large boxes, one on the bottom and one on the top. To be able to place more on top, expanding this floor might be helpful. Before finishing the interior of the base, we will upgrade it fully to metal. While watching me jump around like a stupid ape, let me know down in the comments below what you think of the new camera angles for building. If you want to place a garage door in the entrance here, you will have to be careful with the tier 2 placement, but if it doesn't work, that is no problem, because the door isn't important. Before going up to the shooting floor, we will finish the interior with a few boxes underneath the elevator to our unlootable. Here you can again add shotgun traps, which would be undrainable. Adding an elevator here to our shooting floor, I like to use windows instead of shop fronts, because it allows you to pick up the windows and use them as extra shooting angles. To add the peek downs, you will have to use this pattern of floors, or else the doors won't be able to be placed. Another door here that opens quick will allow for better online raid defenses if your peaks are being attacked. Now finish the shooting floor like you would any other. I prefer adding an extra sheet metal door in front of the garage doors, because they open faster to allow for better online defenses. As a footnote, the base has a lot of angles where you can add shotgun traps. These are the ones I like to use, because they will slow down raiders going through doors or people trying to go deep either through the roof or the doors. Here you can see the full cost of the base. The upkeep would be 27 harcore and 1500 each of metal and stone, which shouldn't be a problem for anyone, even if they don't farm. This was the video. I know it was a lot different than the other ones, but I think it was better. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time. Later!